Hello, friend. Today's story is about one of my friends. Let the tale unfold. There was this family of a rich businessman whose name is Sam. He planned to make a trip to their farmhouse at some hill station for 3 days vacation. The wife of Sam decided not to take many servants, but only 2 of them, one for driving and the other for helping to load and unload stuff from cars. Sam took off for a journey with his wife, 2 daughters and 2 sons. It was a 24-hour drive, and during midnight, while they were still on road, they saw a child of almost 12 years walking on roadside. Sam asked his driver to stop the car and sent him to investigate the child. The driver went to the child, talked to him, and came back with a story of that child traveling with his parents towards his home that was far off from this place. During the journey, the bus stopped for a while, and he got separated from his parents because of him being wandered off too far from bus. The bus took off, leaving him behind, and he was waiting for vehicles since morning. The family decided to take that child. They went to a nearby town's police station to file a report. They took that child with them to Hill Station. 24 hours got past, but nobody came to get him. So they decided to take that child with him to their home in city. Wife thought that this child could help them out in house chores, plus could be a help in taking care of their 6-year-old son. But that child they took from the road, he was not of subservient nature, so he used to do the chores, but unwillingly. Days passed of him being working in Sam's house, when one day the 16-year-old son of the owner became severely ill. They took him to hospital, but the doctors were unable to diagnose the condition because all of his reports were clear. He vomited much with worms in his vomit. Within 7 days, the boy died. The whole family got caught in serious wave of pain and shock, but this condition became much worse, with now their daughter getting exactly that same illness as their dead son. Again, they were unable to save her, and she also died. When all of this was happening, the Sam noticed that their whole house of them was in agony, but that 12-year-old child they took from the road. He was content and played around happily. The Sam got enraged by watching this, and he slapped that child by saying that, "How can you be celebrating in such an anguish?" There was one more strange thing about that boy. The other servants around the house noticed that this child never slept. He was always awake and active. They asked the child about this, and child used to answer that he sleeps with his eyes open. So coming back to the story, Sam went to his wife and discussed with her the condition of that child. He wanted to get him out of their house, but his wife refused doing so. She still wanted that guy to take care of their 6-year-old child. Now, after slapping that guy, the Sam started to get ill himself with all the same conditions that happened to his children. During the illness, he started seeing things like he used to saw that particular child standing right on his head side staring him. He wanted to tell others about it, but found himself unable to speak. It was during this duration that the owner vomited worms. Watching all this, the wife called the priest for help. Father, or that religious practitioner, came and went to the owner to meet him. The owner started talking when priest started exorcism and told him about the situation that priest himself had sensed while entering home. They called for that 12-year-old child and asked him that who is he and why he is so happy, though there are deaths in home. The guy started laughing and told him that they brought me in and treated him like a servant, when he clearly indicated that he could not be one. He could not obey. They forced him to do work as a servant. They themselves bought it on their children. The priest asked him who he was, which he answered that he was living at that place from where this family took him for almost 2,500 years. He wasn't human. Priest told him to leave this family as he already had, caused them enough of harm. The jinn refused to do so until or unless this family let him take those 6-year-old child with him he took care of. The priest here tried to play smart, and he somehow managed to make a deal with him. The deal was to take the child but stay forever in this home. The ghost couldn't break the deal, so he decided to choose his freedom over child. But before leaving, he killed that Sam. The family became bankrupt with nothing left behind. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.